Well, we start our little trek here at the Boswick Cemetery. It's a really old place, and it's in the middle of nowhere. And I'm talking dirt road, logging road, and so it's a pretty interesting place. Here's some information. The loving memory of Martin, beloved wife of Augustus Jones, died in 21. So this is their little plot right here. I don't know exactly how many people are buried here, but there's the Boswicks right there. So I guess it started out like a lot of cemeteries, homestead, and they've been, well, the last Boswick or a family member died in 213, so 213, that's not too far away. But walking around here, there's the more Boswicks. That's them right there. There's another Boswick, and they just died about a dozen years ago. So we're starting out looking at some antiquity here, you know, long gone, but I'm gonna see if I can find some dumps out here. If I can, I will. In the meantime, here we are. That's an old one. Looks like 1815. Well, we'll go from there. Talk to you later. Well, like a lot of places here down in South Carolina, you have a division. The Boswicks were probably a white cemetery, and this is a black one where African American people were buried. And here's a grave monument I have never seen before, and it is this lower right pretty lady, and she didn't live too long, really. 42 to, she was only like, what, 79 or something like that. But that's something I've never seen before, a banner on the grave. But yeah, this, as you can see, these plots aren't kept as well. They're sparse. There are a lot of old-fashioned looking graves. So this a couple of lonely ones way down here. 213, that wasn't too long ago, 2013. I don't know when this one was. I don't know. It looks like just a piece of slab. I don't know if there's anything on there. Anyway, just to see, we'll keep on going with this. Bye. Well, I found myself here at this old homestead. When you Google things on Google Map, you get to see places you might not exist. I'm going to walk around here and see what is back here in the woods. I'm not interested in anything about the house. It looks like it's been empty a while. So let's check out this place. Stumbling down these back roads, you never know what you're going to find. Here, thrown in the back in the woods, is looks like a 1940 something, and pretty well intact. This one is even in better shape, although depends on your opinion of what shape is. They look like Chevys to me, but of course their ID is gone, so yeah, on blocks. They were going to be used for something. They were totally forgotten about. Yep, some neat old cars. And let's see what else is around here. We're on a fence row, so let's see what else we've got. Well, it just looks like a forgotten world. There's an old house over here, another old abandoned car, and this looks like where they would have thrown their trash, although I have not seen a sign of any bottles at all. Oh, they're sure into hunting. But yeah, this would have been a dump, but it really doesn't look like a wagon wheel there. Doesn't look like nobody's been throwing away any bottles. So, well, let's keep going. I don't know what else to do. There's a few more spots I'm going to check out, so let's go to them. Oh, here's a homestead. The old house. You can see it's been around a while. And you know, there has to be a dump in this area somewhere. But I just cannot seem to locate it. My logic isn't working for me today. Here, we're going to go over here and look over here and see what actually this used to be. Well, it's just storage now. You can see there's nothing cool about it, really. You're going, an old stove, you can see that. Old gas stove. And there probably was an outhouse out here. I found one on that other homestead, but it was just... Anyway, I'm gonna look around one more and then I'll go to another place. But here you have it. I did find a small dump here. I'm gonna scrape around. Looks like somebody had already fooled around here, but there might be something left. There's some over there too, and I'll keep going with it. And if I find something, I'll let you know. And there you go. Cut myself. Briars are bad around here. Okay, let's go. Well, I'm still looking for stuff, but I'm coming across some really cool architecture. These old cotton barns are not being used anymore, but they used to have storage. You could see there's old baskets. Here's a lean-to that used to have the wagon, and as you can see, I'm not doing too good with the bottles. I'm a piece of Coke, but some old beer. But anyway, I'm gonna look around, show you some more. There you go. This is it. The round nail, so it's not that old of a building. And nestled in this woods, pretty thick woods I would say, you wouldn't see this place from the road, is this big old house. And as you can see, nobody has been in this place for years. And it is just an amazing old place. I wouldn't have seen this from the road. It's totally covered up by weeds and forgotten about. So, camera shuts off again. I'll just turn you back on. But here's the front of it. And as you can see, there's the road. But you'd never know. Look at this. I don't go in houses usually, but I'm going to check this one out. I don't know how well you can see in here, but this place hasn't been touched in at least 30 years. I mean, the stuff in here is really old. Some cups, dishes, postcards from Florida, all kinds of old things. Here's that. What's this? There's bathrooms back here. I gotta watch where I'm stepping because the floors are totally collapsed. That's the bathroom. And you can see it hasn't changed. And there's the toilet. So, this little tour of an ancient house. I usually don't do this, but there we go. I usually don't do this, but like I said, here we go. Wow, what's this on the wall? We'll look at the calendar and see what year this calendar is. $1970. I don't know who that is, but she must have been somebody's mother. 1970 was the last time anybody was in here, so it gives you some idea of what we're looking at here. Almost 40 years, over 40 years. Here's some box of old newspapers. We'll look at them and whoop. What year is these newspapers? I can't really see. 1970. Yep. Look at this newspaper. It says, somewhere on here it says 1970. So, I was 20 years old. Anyway, that's it. I'm on my way out of here. Have a good day, everyone. And I'll talk to you next time I find some bottles. Bye. Well, I didn't do well with bottles today. I went out and it was pretty hard. I mean, I was out covering a lot of ground, but I saw a lot of cool places. I was in the middle of nowhere, so, you know, the houses were far and in between back in the day. But I did come up with newspapers. I found them in this old house that was falling down. There's boxes of them, so I just took a few. The State from Columbia, South Carolina, 19 November, Friday the 13th, 1970. What was going on there? Well, de Gaulle died. I didn't know that. I was 19 at the time, so actually I just turned 20, so I didn't pay much attention to that kind of thing. But yeah, things were a lot different back in the 70s. If you grew up in the 60s and 70s as a kid, you had a pretty good, you know, you had it pretty good if you had a stable family life and your dad made money. And speaking of money, things didn't cost that much back then. Here's a page here with some of the random prices of stuff. You can get an air freshener for 19 cents. You can get a bucket for 69 cents. An air pump for 99. Hey, a banana seat for $2.99. My gosh, that's a buy. Tires are always been questionable. Remember these? When you were a kid, most of you weren't born yet, but those who were a little younger than me remember riding these things. What else? Well, let's go over here to another paper that I found, and look what you have. 5 pounds of sugar for 39 cents. Coffee, 59 cents a can. Bread, 4.5 pounds of bread for 99 cents. Peaches, 4 for $1. Pepsi, you got 6 for 39 cents, man. So things changed a lot. Pink salmon, 59 cents a can, and it goes on. So there you have what I came up with back in the woods. The 70s. This was 1970. Things have changed a great deal. The gall's been dead now for, what is it? 65 years. So that was it. And I will talk to you all later. Hopefully I can get to a dump sooner or later. Bye.